Welcome in, welcome in. It is I am the Arcana Angel, Spirit led cornbread fed. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Medication, meditation, elevation, inviting in the spirit, wisdom and truth, inviting in the Most High, being so grateful and so thankful on the eve of this Thanksgiving. Y'all know I'm in the South of the United States, and we're getting ready to celebrate Thanksgiving. Celebrate a massive massacre. And unfortunately, that's part of the energy that, you know, it's a cycle, right? The circle of life. But this time it's more of the fatal flaws. See, it was a fatal flaw. Somebody trusted the wrong person, and it was the end of a whole culture. Unconsciously doing it though. So we gonna break this thing on down, inviting in the spirit of wisdom and truth, as I said, humbly stepping into this message, because yeah, it is the divine's message. Medication, meditation, elevation, strong energy of get it together, action and hustle, eager to start something, being driven with foresight, what you see in the future. It's also under the energy of today, the 605. It's a signal of love. And like I said, get it together in your home life, in your relationships, and your finances. Focusing on not just other people, but focus on yourself too. You know, self-love. The long tail, the widow came out, and that long tail symbolizes either a lasting legacy, creating one, or building off of one. I don't know where you are in the reading. We're going to get down to this. We're going to break this thing on down like a pound, because we got two birds out here. Achilles healed. I kind of like that though, because the widow, the long-tailed widow, you know, especially if we have a widow. I do have the King of Swords out here, and sometimes the King and Queen of Swords can be a widow energy. We got the long-tailed widow. So finally healing in that situation, right? Like, I'm a widow. Make sure you check out that description box. We're friends to the widows. That's what the Bible say. Check on the widows and the orphans. Like, do y'all even do that much, right? Well, you have an opportunity to do it today. You met somebody. I'm a widow. So, but it's healing time. Finally, healing time, getting over. And then we got the peacock. Spirit said, respect all things and beings. The Spirit said, healing through the dark, healing through the mysteries, healing through the secrets, right? And it's also guardian of the gateway. And the way that that is laid out, the long-tailed widow is facing the guardian. One thing that came out, the king under Achilles heel energy, that really piqued my widow. Get it, widows peak. But anyway, that really piqued my widow. Y'all know, if we vibe, we tribe. That the sea nymph, Achilles was the son of a sea nymph and a king. A sea nymph is a daughter of man that was cursed because they had kids with the sons of God. So I laid it out here to see, and it is the sea nymph came out as the feminine energy, and then the four masculines. And I'm going to show it to you later, because the way that it's looking, it could have anything to do with being emotionally overwhelmed with work, lovers, clout, finances. I'm going to pull a finance card, and I'm going to pull a love card as well. It could be something, I don't know. The gateway, right? We've been with, today is a one day. This may be the reading that you was curious to find out. The waning crescent is all about curiosity. It's all about pushing forward, right? It's all about the energy, having the energy, the fast, strong energy, but still being cautious, right? Being silent moves. One thing, this is medication, meditation, and elevation. And one of the energies that came out under the waxing crescent moon that we're under right now, 34%, all about career and luck and really just new beginnings in your life. But germination came out under that energy. I'm like, look at God. Confirmation ruled the nation, right? Medication, elevation, meditation. And then he sent me to do this message during the moon phase of germination. Okay, things coming into existence that we've been praying for. But what stopped you? The gateway right there. We gonna break this thing on down. I'm gonna do the cause, the catch, and the change. You know, because the change is all about the money and the everlasting evolution in all this, so that you can have confidence to shoot forward. Sensory overloads could be you could be sensitive. Your senses, especially if you're spiritual, your senses could be very, very much overloaded, overwhelmed. So hopefully that this meditation, medication, and elevation will help you calm down so you won't be so jittery, right? That nervous energy under that waxing moon. New things do make you nervous, especially if it smells, right? The scent. I feel like, you see how her head is clouded, like it's like somebody needs some fresh air. I talked about that in a video that I'm editing that I did today about, you know, being congested, like give people room to think, right? Somebody may need room to think. Temperance energy, she coming up out of the emotional storm. Under this moon phase. Let's see. Let's pull a finance card, overall energy finance card. I love these cards. Healthy, wealthy, and wise lifestyle was something that dropped in my spirit. If we vibe, we tribe. I was in the Woodlands, Texas, and I went to Barnes and Noble to get a deck because I was in a new place. And I like to get decks from new places, new energy. And I read the back, and this guy's motto was to be healthy, wealthy, and wise. And I was like, look at that. You know what I'm saying? Look at God. Won't he lead you? Won't the Holy Spirit lead you? I mean, other spirits lead you too, but we want to be specific. Holy Spirit. The most high, wise, loving, and kind spirit. Love is came out in the reading. And I don't know how old you are, but back in the day they used to have newspapers. Like real newspapers that you can read. I don't know, do they have newspapers where you are? Because in the comic section they used to have a comic called Love Is. I used to love reading those because it used to be something different every day, different for everybody. See if I can get that right here. And love is came out. You fill in the blank. Love is God to me. Love is everything. Everything is love. Love. No, I'm just kidding. Come on in. Let's see. We're about to pull a finance card. Overall energy. Strong energy of today. Good luck and fortune. Career being driven with foresight. Learning. A period of learning. That's what Spirit said. That's where we are. Especially if you're a life path number 1 or life path number 7 or a life path number 1. Like, you're natural leaders. You're born to shine. Oh. Every fortune, gold medal, and trophy, every comeback, triumph, and celebration, and every kiss, hug, and hand held was first a thought, a whisper, or a dream. I love that energy, that orange energy, dynamic action. Sacral chakra. The trick with spending money lies in knowing with every fiber of your being that it will return, and so it must, as if on wings. Funny that it said about from every fiber of your being, because the energy, I'm gonna change the description box. The herbs and flowers have already came out, and ginger came up a lot. Ginger and ginseng for fiber. I'm gonna, as we go through, I'll find it on the and see which root, which flower it is specifically for you. I think it was the ginger. Do we have ginger? Ginseng. Okay, it's the ginseng. And it's, lack of motivation and drive, personal support, 1-1 energy, needing to step into your personal power, clean your mind, recognize that and realize that even in your imperfections, you are perfection. That's where you get your power from. 2 Corinthians 12:10. Today is a 10 day. Baby, it's all about having faith in yourself, recognizing where you are weak. God is strong. God power. God's son. Somebody could have a God son, but healed is, you can only be healed through God's power. That's the only way I know it, baby. How do you heal? Where do broken hearts go? Where do broken finances go? Where do anything broke go? God's power. The trick with spending money lies in knowing with every fiber of your being, your personal power, what you know to be true, that it will return, and so it must, universal laws, as if on wings. I know that's right, finances. So don't worry about spending. Be conscious, of course. You know, we are conscious spenders. We don't spend with companies that we don't relate to. We don't support businesses we don't believe in. We don't just give because somebody, to be a good person, we listen to the Most High. But just know on all levels, when you spend the energy that you spend, you have to spend it and it must be returned. On God. That's what he said, on God. Let's get an overall love. Because we talking about baby mamas, baby daddies and stuff. Achilles, that's the son of a woman, a normal woman that was cursed. In the curse, it made her powerful. Ain't that something? Just like Medusa. Medusa was a high priestess. And on a side note, the high priestess is not a side note. This is where Spirit is having me to pause to let you know, give you the knowledge. Remember, it's all about the knowing. The lies in the knowing. That's what the card said, lies, Lies, in knowing. The high priestesses are abstinence. You are not a high priestess if you are not abstinent. I didn't say that you're not spiritual. I said you're not a high priestess. Because that's how Medusa lost her place amongst her coven, or whatever you call it. They was calling it back then. Because she was raped by, what's his name? Pisces? Neptune, the dude. She was raped by that dude. Then she was cursed by the lady that ran the Athena. I think it was Athena. Don't quote me on that. You know what I'm saying? But she was cursed, but it made her more powerful. You know what I'm saying? But it made her alone too. Dun, dun, dun. So be aware. That made me feel like protect your energy. Right? Don't be too curious. Oh, and then that was a I don't even want to say that. Fatal flaws. Achilles, fatal flaws, and we talking legendary Greek warriors. It's so funny that that Medusa and Athena came out. Athena, that's the main warrior spirit, and we do got the nymph and the kings on the board, and we got the King of Wands. He definitely standing in warrior energy. Right, but somebody's standing on lies. Lies and lies 2 times on my board. So we gonna break it down. I don't know what that's about. The trick with spending money and knowing with every fiber. Meditation, and elevation. Ginseng, lack of motivation, lack of drive, lack of personal support. Not being responsible or having no responsibilities, being free to do what you want to do, being honest. Maybe somebody needs to be honest that, hey, I don't have no obligations. It's all about understanding. Healed. Give us overall energy for the love as we break this thing on down. Please and thank you. Oh, I don't read these upside down. We got date and we got coffin. Setting healthy boundaries, especially with friends, old friends. Setting healthy boundaries with old friends. Oh, why would you backstabbing friends? Like, that's, I don't believe in that. The healthy boundary is the cutoff game. Anyway, Wild Rose did come out in the reading too, and Sword and Rose, right? The cutoff game, clarity and true revelations. Like, you gotta honor and protect yourself, be determined about everything. Wild Rose came out in the reading, but it came out under the entitled card. Like, you are an heir to the throne. Like, you created, you're healed, you're the artist. The clarity and truth. Date. Getting back out there, meeting someone new, setting a date, dating online, new beginnings, liberation, reborn, and transition, tragic endings, fatal flaws, coffin, dead in some. Four Swords energy. Four Swords is after the battle in the tomb. So that's a good thing. That means the hard part is over. That's why Spirit is saying you can get back out there. Or, that's if you single. If you in a relationship, like, the hard part is over. You can nurture your relationship, right? Or you may be meeting somebody new if you single. Or even if you in a relationship, you might be meeting somebody new. But remember, the healthy thing is cut it off before you start something else. You don't want to, why would you want to conflict? That's part of the energy of being healed, right? Being able to handle conflict, emotion, conflict, hearts, conflicting choices or whatever, right? You got date and coffin out here. You got to be able to, are you healed enough to say, you know what? I met somebody and, hey, it's not working out. I feel like I want to go try it over there. You know what I'm saying? Do that first. That shows your growth. That shows how healed you are. Not toxic. This King of Swords, he got the blood on his swords. It's the King of Swords out here to cut somebody off and is looking at somebody new. Okay, new and fresh blessings trying to get through. But it could be somebody standing in the way. Fly guy. Knight of... Oh, that's the Knight of Swords. Wait a minute. Hold up. Y'all, that's the Knight of Wands. That is not the King. I thought that was the King of Cups. Dun, dun, dun. We have an imposter out here. What's the King of Cups doing? Because if you're a King of Cups, there could be somebody extra. You dealing with a King of Cups, somebody extra in your energy for sure. 3 energies. Let's see what the King of... We're missing the King of Cups. Where is the King of Cups missing? Is that the one that's, is he gone? Is he deceased? Is the King of Cups deceased? Or somebody with is this the widow? Somebody's the widow in the situation, like I said. Because he missing, he ain't even on the board. I'm about to put him on the board, though, because the energy... It's calling me. Somebody, that's what they probably doing, stalking you. You might be hearing their name or thinking about them a lot or something like that. If you're a widow, like, dang, why they calling me. Look at this. A giant. The giants. The Nephilims. Son of man. Being restored. King of Cups. Interesting. In the background. We'll put him in the background. And the way it's laid out, I said we'll put him in the background. He up here, put him back where he was. He is up above, ascended, right? Ascendant. We got that penny, a pound, and a penny reading. Ascendant, higher. Or they have a higher position, or they just in a higher realm. So, I don't know where that is for whoever needs that. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, moving on. Dates, getting back out there, right? If you're a widow, finally getting past that. If you're in a third party situation, finally getting past that, cutting people out, focusing on your finances, but getting the money right for being reborn. It was something terrible, horrible, tragic ending, or Spirit was trying to warn you so you can avoid a tragic ending, because it's a tragic ending to somebody ending too soon, basically. Ending too soon. Look, 4 swords energy, didn't I tell you? But somebody keep going and going. Somebody can't take no more masculine energy. Succubus energy. Be aware. So let's go break this thing on down. Oh, back at the bottom of the deck. I guess I'm gonna put it back over there 2 times. The coffin and the coffin. I'll go ahead and leave that right there. It's confirmation for me. The king. Vladimir was a king too. Vladimir was a king. He was a cruel king. Wow. Be watchful. Healing through the dark, healing through the cruelness, healing with God's power to recognize your power, turning challenges into something beautiful. Long-tailed, what's this long-tailed communication, blue, sacred truths, right? Sacred truths, that's that sensory overload, like bringing your attention, awareness. Remember, that's what Spirit said, be aware. Be well aware. Signals. Shows we need to see, Spirit, please, and thank you. Did y'all drop and tell me what love is to y'all? What is love? Love is restored when it's healed. Love is freed from trauma. Oh, Knight of Wands. This Knight of Wands energy confirmation. Look, right under the Knight of Wands. Somebody turned around, maybe heading back the other way, getting centered and grounded. I love that energy. Especially if you're the widow moving fast forward. Knight of Wands energy. Fast developments. Lasting legacy. Moving towards lasting legacy. That Ace of Wands, that's that personal power, right? You using your creativity. You using your finances for you. You using your ideas. You being able to learn. You being motivated and driven. The Knight of Wands is like motivated and driven, but it have to be something to catch their attention. They don't just, like the king, he don't just get off his throne for nothing. You know what I'm saying? They have to be something of importance. The Knight of Wands, he's a little bit more risk. He would take risk. Risk taking. Conversation about a risk. Arguments about a risk. Arguments about a secret. Arguments revealing truth. Dun, dun, dun. But the truth will set you free. The truth allow you to move forward with grace Very much risky. Something risky on somebody's mind. Eight of Cups energy. Moving forward, though, I like the Eight of Cups energy in this because it's moving away from things that you have already fulfilled, right? Emotionally, ideas, days, whatever it is, the cups are for you, right? Time. You already spent time moving away from things of the past, right? Old ways, old friends. Still having love and respect. Remember, love is thinking of you first. Love is you first. You know what I'm saying? Me over everything. God. The God in me. Before, what it say? Before enlightenment, work, work, work. After enlightenment, work, work, work. This is moving forward swiftly to work, work, work. Work, 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 work. Okay, Riri. Shout out Rihanna. This peacock energy. One thing that stood out to me in this card was that yellow eye, because the peacock eye sometimes symbolize the evil eye. And I'm like, I know whoever the peacock is sending somebody the evil eye. Somebody victorious, right? Because it's yellow, and with these yellow, look, the hermit secret. It could be somebody undercover, like they don't want to tell you, or they done been envious a long time. Somebody trying to send somebody the evil. We're gonna break this thing on down. Let's see who the peacock is. Who is the peacock? The oracle, the keeper of secrets. The peacock is the one that got the secrets, the gatekeeper. So the peacock may know something and just holding it to themselves because it's the gatekeeper. It's like, remember I said arguments. Be aware of arguing, going back and forth, because we got fatal flaws. We got injuries from arguing. We got endings before they time. So don't just be hopping stuff on nobody, right? Don't be too swift to act. Knight of Wands energy. Risky and reckless. Right. Don't be aware of your conversations. Be aware of your thoughts. Remember, Spirit said clean your mind. Clean your mind. Let's see. Victory, underlying energy. Who is the peacock? Somebody watching. Somebody definitely watching. Who is the peacock? Ooh, we got the hangman energy flipping out. And the queen of coins. The sea nymph. I'm going to say, look, the sea nymph. Somebody mama, baby's mama. Be aware. The hangman. The hangman came out in the new description box for the medication under kelp. Somebody could have had tumors. Kelp is used to dissolve tumors or stimulate thyroids. But kelp is also somebody that feel hard towards life, right? The evil eye. Because I said, who is the peacock? The one sending you evil eye. False start. It could be somebody that you had a false start with in a relationship. Remember, relationships, friendships, all of those are ships. A job ship, ownership, businesses that you started and failed, or friendships that you was in, platonic or lovers. All of that, whatever kind of friendship, whatever kind of ship. False start. But it's also somebody that lack knowledge of themselves, not aware of themselves. The hangman in reverse energy. Could be somebody that was married. The king and the queen of pentacles is out here on the board. But I don't know. It's almost like the king is getting lucky, or the king is holding on to something he feel like is lucky. She holding on to the pinnacle. She holding on to healing, holding on to money. This is the peacock. Holding on to whatever she feel is valuable. She might be sending the evil eye to her partner. Wow. Be aware of your thinking. The peacock needs to be aware of their thinking. 6 of Pentacles. She just giving it out. Remember I said be aware of when you, Spirit said when you spend it, you're gonna get it back, right? Some people, you're gonna get it back from different sources, but look how many people got their hand out. Look how many people got their hand out. Be aware. Use your intuition. Remember, spend consciously. 6 of Pentacles. Somebody could be looking at somebody like a sugar dad or sugar mom. Totally, the King of Pentacles. He out here getting lucky. Somebody's husband getting lucky. I mean, I guess it could be common law, but this is a husband. King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. A legal bound couple. Legally bound couple, or they could be in separation, but usually you have to do that legally too. I don't know, don't quote me on that, because I had a divorce before. We went half on it, legally dissolved that situation, and I also had I'm a widow recently. I'm more recent a widow, and legally dissolved that situation. Loss of a partner. So definitely a loss. I heard King of Swords above this Queen of Pentacles. That's what I'm saying. It's definitely, I'm feeling like a widow. I heard separation. King of Swords could have lost his partner, or feel like he's losing. Remember, fatal flaw, or a flaw that could potentially cause you to lose, right? Being reckless, speaking reckless, moving reckless. Dun, dun, dun. 7 Pentacles. Be aware where you invest. Evil eye. Let's see what this evil eye is about. Secrets on secrets. A divine couple. Wow. The sea nymph and the king. But the king, and I was thinking the king was a divine one, because this night, it's not the king though, it's a knight. I thought it was the King of Cups. So, it is the King of Cups. Look, he's a giant. Divine partnership. Temperance and a giant. Made Achilles, mom and daddy on the board. Evil eye. Somebody sending this divine couple the evil eye. Or a divine couple is making somebody mad. Like, why though? In secret though. Let's see. What do we need to see about this evil eye? Please and thank you. 10 of Wands and the Sun. Clarity about a hard situation. 10 of Wands came out in the description box. Look, leaving something that you probably thought was stable. Somebody is underlying energy, right? Or somebody leaving what they thought was the ideal situation, right? And just moving forward. Don't be so rash. It's some unhidden, some stuff unsaid. Remember, and it was something about not knowing they self. Whoever the peacock is, whoever sending out the evil eye, if you're not sending out the evil eye, it's them. It's not you, it's them. But I'm going to say this is them, because it says somebody not knowing something about they self. Not knowing about a traveling situation or a disruption And yeah, or maybe the way somebody talk, like reckless, 3 of Swords energy, or ending to the situation. The lies, caught in the lies of conversation, clarity about something hard. 10 of Wands, prickly, a prickly situation. 10 of Wands is the prickly ash bark. It's used to detox the blood. It's used for circulatory problems. That money, that 6 of Pentacles, right? Giving and getting. Like, be aware of where you're giving. So on good seeds, on good grounds, investing. Watch where you're investing so it can come back. Arthritis too could be a little stiff, especially in your arms, your legs. Charlotte horses. I know I've been getting in my neck. I've been feeling like Shamar, but moving on. But the 10 of Wands moving from moving out of necessity instead of out of choice. Evil eye. Somebody making somebody do something not because they want to, because they have to. Leave me alone. Yeah, collaborate. Somebody could be collaborating with somebody out of necessity and not by choice. I told you I saw this sugar mama, sugar daddy energy. Somebody single, 9 of Pentacles, single, successful in their own zone, but it's after the betrayal, after the hard part, after the leaving. Bliss is trying to get through, right? Once you come into the understanding, remember that's the energy of today, understanding yourself, understanding the unconscious messages, understanding how you respond to the trauma, how you show up after it, what really bring you joy, what really bring you happiness, who are you really partnering up with, have you really forgave. The evil eye. I feel like whoever this is that got the evil eye is because they see somebody walking in their truth, somebody healed, somebody that is moving, somebody that don't have no problem, somebody that have detoxed their friendship. Because this one got the yellow on. That's the yellow. That's the evil eye. The copycat, wishing they could be you. They could have been on the same team, could have been friends, could have been vibing and tribing, you know what I'm saying? Got the same uniform on, so it could be somebody that you go to school with, work with, related to, same name, same lane, y'all wearing the same colors. Wow. Somebody really trying to do some things, like trying to conjure up. I feel like it's somebody that's trying to conjure up a relationship, or let's see how it is on the board. This on top. So, wait. No, it's like this. This on top. Yeah, and that's an Egyptian. Somebody could have an Egyptian ancestry. You know what I'm saying? But this is like somebody trying to conjure up something from the past, trying to bring something back alive that's dead. Right? Don't go back to old habits. Forgive yourself so you can move forward passionately. Forgive them. Because that's a fatal flaw. Being emotionally and mentally blocked. Being shallow. Not being watchful. Somebody definitely being watched because y'all got that raw shine. Somebody could be from a royal bloodline, Egyptian bloodline. They see it and they mad. Collaborating. Showing up. Hating. Third party. 3 different personalities. That's what I was thinking too. Remember, it's 3 different choices. So let's see what the cause is. We done laid everything out. We got a lot of information so far. Meditation, elevation. You know we got to read. Demigods, prideful and wrathful. Yeah. So it's the mixed breed, the half breed that's prideful and wrathful. That's why the spirit is saying Achilles healed or was. Achilles need to heal. Oh no, because it's somebody cloaked. The Trojan warrior. Achilles came out as famous in the Trojan War too. So it made me think, the Trojan War when they used the big horse to hide and cloak themselves. Like it made me feel like somebody trying to cloak themselves in your energy. But somebody see it. You see it. Whoever you think it is, it is. Dun, dun, dun. Make sure you subscribe. Let the magic in. So they're trying to do some magi. Being driven. Somebody is driven. I feel like by the future. Like your future's so bright. Like somebody is driven towards the light, and somebody is driving, being reckless, running from the light. Somebody is driven with hate because they see the light. They see somebody leaving a situation, and it might not have been a bad situation because, like I said, it might just not have been the perfect or ideal situation for that person. Right? Be true. To thine own self be true. Healing the secrets through the dark. Shows what we need to see. Medication, meditation, elevation, please, and thank you. Germination. A spoonful of sugar. Defying gravity. Moving up. Ascending. Emphasis on new. For the first time. That always gives me wedding cake. But it don't necessarily have to be a wedding cake. Somebody could, just like to buy cakes. I used to have a friend that just would buy a sheet cake just because they like sheet cakes. Somebody just like to buy cakes, right? Somebody like to eat marshmallows. Somebody need to be a little sweeter underlying energy. Fatal flaw is personality. Your attitude determines your altitude, your ascension. Put this right here. Cows, spirit into matter. Remember germination under the waxing crescent moon that we are now here. Something that you might have wrote about or you need to write down in full details. Speak confidently about the future. Something you've been creating already is about to come into fruition. Look at it. Prosperous too. 3 ideas for sure. 3 different how do you say it? 3 different ways to get some money. But that's not the word I was looking for, but it'll do. Yeah, 3 different ways to get some money, 3 different ways to save some money, to get some money. These are ideas. Page 120. Remember what we said about 2 Corinthians 12 and 10. Recognize through your weakness. Recognize through the dark. That's when God is made strong. Trillium. Old money. See some root energy out here. See some sacred knowledge out here. Spiritual truths. Personal truths. But it's sprouting, it's rooted and grounded. Even though it's bugs and pests around it. Copycats. People. And these people, like I said, they could have just as much as you. But they hide, like you could be on the same level, same team. They hiding their face, hiding their hand. The cows. Germination period, something that you've been working on, or something they've been working on, is coming to fruition. You or them. The cows. Spirit into matter. The catch. Oh no, not the kitch. The coast. Moving forward, Knight of Wands. Fast developments. And I feel like fast change in direction, because first the Knight of Wands is going one way, and now the Knight of Wands is going in a whole different direction. Swift developments in a new direction. Look, not being emotional anymore, being solid and grounded. That's what he said. The trick is the knowing. The lies that you know. I told you it was two lies. I heard lies, lies, but the truth will set you free. Somebody coming in with the truth. What lies beneath? Let's see what the cost is. Because you have to be aware, not letting I feel like that's part of that energy. You know, when I was saying that somebody already knows secrets, or I already know they want to spring, I want to have an argument or something. It's like, what lies beneath? If you keep it in, if you don't just spring it out and cause no argument to get the truth, then you'll create more, create better. If you let something out above ground before it's time, if you let your ideas out before it's time, then they might not come into fruition. You know, people are doing things, look, to cast it down. And Spirit said, no, He's going to dissolve all that hangman energy. He's going to dissolve all the false starts, right? You're not going to reveal it until this time. This right now is a point of weakness, because germination is where the thing is about to bust up out of the ground, but that plant is so weak. It said, look, divine, it's so weak. So you have to be extra careful. Tender. Oh, 11 energy, sensitive. People gonna be sensitive too, so people gonna be a little tenderish, or whatever the trend is. Let's see what it's gonna cost you to wait a minute. Not be reckless. It flew on the Knight of Wands. It said that you are sacred. Feel like if you move too reckless, if you speak and move this thing too soon, it's going to cost you your sacredness, your divinity, your seat, your crown, your emotional and mental healing. It's going to cost you your new beginning. Look at that, what's underneath, the fresh start. And the clover, fresh start, heart, center and grounded. I told you, moving from emotional and mental stress, restoring your emotional and mental harmony. But acting too soon, acting too brash, it's going to cost you your I want to say your life, your legacy. The long tail is like it's lasting legacy. Ooh, part of the wingtail, the long-tailed widow energy is a church without God. Man, wow. It's gonna cost them their gifts, their relationship with God. We ain't supposed to let nothing separate us from God, the love of God, the protection of God. Like, not even death. Not death, nor life, nor nothing. We sold out. Wow. A church without God. And see, you know what? I don't like talking about churches, but can you imagine God leaving a church? What is the church standing for? It's a marketplace, just like Jesus said. Make me mad now. Fresh start. Let me calm down. Got my my heart pumping. Fresh start. Take a closer look. Take a closer look. Let me calm down. Have hope. It's only 1 to 5% of y'all, the population, the community, whatever species you associate with, resonate with, only 1 to 5% of y'all gonna be proactive enough to even be able to make a difference in your own life, let's known the world. You know what I'm saying? The sun. Not many people, only 1 to 5% can survive through anything, any circumstances, overcome whatever. Okay, clear out whatever. Okay, God's power. Where you are weak, God is strong. Let's see what the catch is. Let's see what the catch is. We gonna break this thing on down, though. So far, a lot of synchronicities that came out. So far, a lot of synchronicities that came out. Confirmation rules the nation. Moving passionate. The catch is, if you don't act too soon, 20, 10, 10 energy. If you don't act too soon, the catch is it'll take off quick. It's almost like, what's the sun? What's the sun? Come on. It's the sun. I don't know. The summertime. It's the sun. Summertime is a good time. Stable time. Oh yeah, stable. Third chord, timing chord, good time. By the summertime, you be stable. The sun, one day, no, it could be one day. By the time because it's the moon and the sun right here, cause nothing separating them before something is reborn again. Okay, before it's time, cause remember germination. He said not yet, but close, but soon. It's almost time. Exuberant quietude. Yeah, be quiet. Be quiet. High priestess out here twice. Be quiet for right now. Don't speak on it yet. Because with this time, everything gonna be out in the open. Look. Okay. Confirmation rules the nation. Ladies, mantle fortitude, straightening up the path to new heights. Calming the waters. Baby, calming the waters. From these waters to this water, 6 of Swords energy. All about health. Health of finances, health of relationships. That's what Spirit said right now. Focus on your finances. Focus on your personal needs. Focus on your relationships. Focus on the changes that you need to make in your home, whether it's the color, whether it's the decorations. Our changes don't have to be massive and big. You'll be surprised how the smallest change can have the biggest impact. The fatal flaw in doing and not doing it is not doing it, right? Not moving with the power. Not moving forward. A church without God. Count your blessings, not your worries. I feel like that's what Spirit is saying. Somebody needs to have a different perspective. Just look at something different, or risk the loss. Whether it's the loss of partner, whether it's the loss of spirit, whether it's the loss of gift. But look at something different, new perspective. Count your blessings instead of your worries. Clean up your mind. That's what he said. Healing through the dark parts. But still, you have to think the right thoughts. I was telling my daughter, my oldest daughter, we was talking about getting it done, manifesting some things in her life. And one thing about the self-help tapes or go-to tapes or whatever you want to do it yourself mind, whatever you want to call it. But speak in the what you want, not what you don't want. Right? The universe don't, all it here is you speaking. The word made flesh. Your vibration go bring whatever it is. If the words that you speak have a low vibration, you're gonna receive low vibrational things. If the words you speak bring high vibration, you're gonna have high vibrational things. That's why you can have both. Ain't nobody perfect, but we can. But it can be a beautiful expression of our life instead of. See, that's what I'm saying. Somebody thinking of the hard times, the hard challenges. Somebody's heart was made hard. That's what came out in the hangman energy, looking at life hard when everything is so beautiful. It's almost like if you don't got nothing good to say, just don't say nothing at all. Cover your mouth and keep it pushing. Move forward. It's still move forward movement in your career, in your love life, in your family, right? Still a time for learning, and you're supposed to be quiet when you're learning. If somebody else talking, you can't talk. We can all sing together, but we can't all talk together. Let's see what the change go be. The waves of the water go with the flow. Waves of the water. Hangman energy is water energy. Waves of the water. Knight of Wands, temperance. Do it the way your mama and them did on your mama's side. Temperance, the mother. Waves of the water. Somebody got their mama ways. I don't know if that's good or bad, depending on who you are, who your mama is. Right. Shows we need to see the change. So show us the change, please. Oh, a couple of changes. After this tough love cycle, after you healed, Achilles healed, legendarily freeing yourself from all sickness, disease, injuries, not falling victim to the fatal flaws. Look, a spoonful of sugar, getting a little sweeter. Resurrection, coming back sweeter, coming back tight. Look, they added cushion. Okay? Yes. Still somebody lurking. Can't compete where you don't compare. After the cocoon, there's that butterfly energy. Beautiful expression. Rise up. How you gonna rise up is almost like you got a decision to make, or you got, like which one do you want to come up first, what you wanna pour into first. Spirit said use compassionate reflection. Love transforms all things. Whatever you do, pour love into it. Pour love into yourself first and foremost. Whatever else seeds you have sown. Somebody needs to pour some money into it too, because a pound and a penny energy. That penny energy was the denarii, and that's the token that you need to cross over to the other side. Remember, the gatekeeper is out here. You can't just come over here with us without proper payment, proper dress, proper attire, proper gear, proper tools. So be aware how you showing up. What needs mending? Somebody might need to sew a button back on or whatever. If you need to make some repairs, make the repairs. Say be yourself in integration. To join up, you go have to, be yourself, but you still got to look like them, because you just gonna stand out amongst them. That's been part of the problem. See, and I feel like, remember we said what's gonna be the change? The change is they're no longer, I hate to say it, but somebody might make the fatal flaw of coming up against you and what God had for you. Remember, you divine. Somebody have a divine partner or a divine dream or something, divine dynamic ideas and shifts that they moving towards. And whoever try to come up in between there with this evil and stuff, it's gonna be fatal for them. Fatal coffin. You'll be freed. The change is you being yourself. You still gonna look like them. You still gonna remember. I said to somebody, they wear the same uniform, go to the same school, part of the same organization, go to the same church, part of the same family. But you still go stand out. Perfect picture, perfect in your imperfection, perfect in God's power. Recognizing your true power, and the true power is being yourself, and that is gonna open up so many opportunities, mulling, integration, right? Fitting in, letting you in, transitioning. Be aware of getting distracted though. That came out in the energy. I think it was that pound for a penny. Like, don't get distracted. They don't even make RIP the penny, the coin from the United States, and LIP the penny, my granddog. But the change look good. New ideas, shifts coming in, transformation. Still things that are hidden, right? But Spirit said play the role, right? Because some things you're not supposed to know before it's time. Like, let things full circle, right? Come back full circle, right? Get centered and grounded. I'm getting like somebody's a hard nut to crack. So I don't think we got no nuts in the description box in the medication portion of this. Somebody was a hard nut to crack. Or Spirit is saying the change is it's gonna be rejuvenating. Like acorns, you know, when they fall, they produce more trees. That's the nut, that's the seed. Right? So it's gonna be everlasting, integration, ever blooming. Sacred, not like it's the knowledge. Remember, Spirit said it's the knowledge. The trick is the knowledge. The trick is the knowledge, and the trick is knowing the lies. The lies in the knowing. Spirit led, cornbread fed. And the magic. Knowing when, and look at that, the essence. When, right here by the Four Swords, when to give your energy, what's wasting your energy, what's pulling on your energy vampire. Being sassy is killing somebody. 5 steps. People say you got, what is it? 5. Oh, that made me think of that 5 steps. Like, that's that fire and everything burned down. 4 minutes. You got 4 minutes. What time is it? Somewhere in the world, it might be, they might only got 4 minutes. What? I ain't been to no Taco Bell. Did I lose my, hold on, y'all. What is that about? See what I'm saying? Now, I've been sitting right here. Y'all been seeing me for over an hour, right? It says at 7:33, $5.41 payment at Taco Bell was declined because my card was locked. Be aware of cyberbullying. Wow. That was interesting. Yeah, be aware. Be aware of sudden, unexpected changes in finances. And be aware of somebody deliberately going into your account. Let me see, where is... Let's get some medication. Let's get some medication. Judgment. Renewal, restart. Restore, rejuvenation, or nah. Okay? Because there's some dead. You see that dead? You see that tombstone down there? It is somebody reaching for new life, though. Somebody looking for a breath of fresh air. There's that wild rose. Somebody that look like ducked off. Ducked off. That's what I'm saying. Definitely could be strong widow energy out here. She by herself. The creator. The creator. I feel like somebody's definitely a creator, artistic creator. 2 of Swords energy. Passion. Creating passion. Ray flew right over the King of Wands and the Sun. The decision you can either, and passion flower, look at that. Confirmation, rule the nation quietly, peacefully, blocking out distractions. Watching your money. Something is tired. Both of those swords are up. I like it. But I see that vine, the true vine, that's like sacred truth. The true vine, Jesus, the way, somebody knowing the way to do something. Or I think through meditation, quiet meditation, somebody you might figure out the way that you want to do something. Like that's when the ideas go start bursting out. You know what I'm saying? In quietness, that's what Spirit said, be ducked off. It changes. Elders. King of Swords. I'm telling you, somebody lost a partner out here. Four of Wands, King of Swords, and the Death card. King of Swords again. But somebody could be cutting off some lies, finding out the truth about somebody's relationship or how they relate to somebody. Right? Sacred truth. I'm going to put this back since Passion Flower fell out. I'm going to put it back where it fell, in the middle of the board. Man, the biggest energy. Big energy. Passion Flower. Clarity. Getting clarity. Let's break this thing down. Well, first let me read Passion Flower. Now we got to read because now I'm interested. 140. Remember, be ready, set, go, on the cusp of a miracle. Rapid acceleration, divine unions. Be ready to go. Okay, be ready to go. Be ready to go. And feel free, for more clarification, feel free to reach out. Everything you need to know is in the description box. Contact numbers. If you want to give, you can't be God given, but don't give out of necessity and don't give grudgingly. When you give, be cheerful. Passion Flower is the study in opposites. She climbs. Oh, this her. I'm sorry, that wind kept blowing that hair on my mouth, y'all. Meditation. Passion Flower is the study in opposites. She climbs vigorously, some say invasively. Told you, be watching. Somebody watching. Knight of Wands energy. Hiding behind a tower. Somebody hiding behind this Knight of Wands behind the dish. Behind the bush. Knight of Wands 3 times. Leave him out there. She climbs vigorously, sending exploring fingers through the fence slats and wild crevices. What's over there, she wonders, always trying to get to the other side, to expand beyond her current boundaries. Even her flower exudes frenetic energy, vibrantly bursting out into the world. It's the same flower. This is a book. I'm reading it from this book, but I want to show you this card because this is the medication part of it. Every inch of passion flower is reaching, striving, and climbing. And yet, her medicine is the magical calm that happens when all things are suddenly silent. She begs you to pause in your questing and take the time for a new experience. Okay? I told you somebody turned around. Something new. Why? Because being able to be quiet and still, high priestess energy, is passion flower's secret to exuberant expansion without stress or burnout. Okay? Spirit wants you to be ready for the get-go. If you getting ready to get into the divine union, you on the cusp of a miracle, something that you've been striving for, thinking about. You're about to experience something brand new. Somebody's pregnant with ideas. These are more ideas is what I'm getting. I'm not getting babies because this money, these babies don't bring money unless you doing something else. Spirit-led cornbread fed. The oracle. Trauma. Being quiet and still. Being stressed and burned out, moving too fast, too reckless is a caution, is a fatal flaw. Lose everything that's sacred to you. Remember, one of the main energies is about getting your motivation back, being motivated, being driven, reinventing yourself, right? Creating a lasting legacy. Spirit said, take a life inventory. Which parts of your life do you feel joyously engaged with? Or are you trudging through your work and your family? The new experience might mean quit beating yourself up. Quit beating your family up because you bitter or you sore or you lost or you scared or you don't want to do this, don't want to do that. No, be good to you and be good to others too. Be good to all beings. Be confident in yourself. Have you lost your passion for some parts of your daily life? Somebody have. If not you, them. That's why that 605 energy is change your home life, your relationship, your finances, focusing on your needs as well as their needs. Take an inventory. Passion flower teaches us the power of balance, of doing and not doing. Okay, this is the meditation. That's the... Ooh. Hold up, screw. Hold up. We got new information entering into the chat. It's going on over there, but we still gotta take a look at it. Look, Four Swords energy. Ooh, the Tower, the Page of Wands, information. Somebody might don't want to hear something. Oh, somebody might have heard something that just took them out. Or somebody that unexpected money. Be aware of your money habits around this time. But I definitely think it's some harsh words, harsh communication. Just take somebody else. Seven of Swords, Six of Swords. Relationship ending. Somebody in their head about somebody moving forward. Ending the World card. Okay, the World card and Ten of Swords. That's why Spirit said be ready, ready, set, go. Stand your ground, healthy boundaries. Look at that, the temperance again. The nymph, the sea nymph. And the ginger again. Cycles coming to an end, cycles ending of somebody not being on their path. Somebody about to run into a whole life-changing experience. But it's going to be well worth the experience. 10 of Pentacles, 3 of Wands. You got to see the bigger picture. 4 of Cups. It could be have something to do with gaining some knowledge, gaining a new idea, gaining inspiration. Remember that motivation, right? If you want to get up, get up. You're free. You don't have to sit there. You don't have to sit there and be broken, be torn. You are them. There's 2 entities here. One is satisfied and one is not. In a friendship, a relationship, a family situation, a household situation, the sun clarity over somebody's language, is somebody's betrayal, somebody constantly doing something over and over, backstabbing somebody over and over again. 3rd time is charm. Somebody got a decision to make of how you really want to move forward, what you're really trying to create. What are you trying to create? Judgment. Life or death. The opposites, right? The balance. Passion flower teaches us the power of doing and not doing, creating and not creating. Look, wild rose. Confirmation rules the nation. This is the creator of the deck. Entitlement. That rose was hidden, but I feel like it's time to be free. Stop putting yourself spirit. Remember, Spirit said, quit dimming your light. You know what I'm saying? Quit dimming your light, especially if you have a strong connection to him. Spirit said, have faith in yourself. Somebody trying to get pushed towards being more fulfilled, more genuine. Aspect of love on a higher level. Love on a higher level. High Priestess. Judgment for the evil eye symbol. And the I feel like the one that tried to make it hard for the keeper of the secrets. Look at that. They kept in hangman and hangwoman out here. Your spirit said he's dissolving the hardness of the heart. He's dissolving the hard problems. Somebody about to start stimulating somebody that's been in lack because of emotions. It's like overly. He drowning. He upside down drowning. King of Wands, cinnamon. Wow, cinnamon. Confirmation rules the nation. Spirit say he about to raise somebody up from being poor, from being cold. Somebody been acting hard, but they really soft. So somebody need to soften up. Yes, I'm so excited for the confirmation because the high priest, the wild rose came out in the script. Well, here it is right here. Here it is. This is what I'm trying to say. You know, I already pulled out the herbs and flowers or whatever that it is for the new description box. They coming out. Confirmation. Look, this 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I love this. I love this energy. Yeah, somebody shook. Somebody might be leaving on the midnight train to Georgia. We got the gravel route, sarsaparilla. Be aware of drinking and driving. Don't let nobody, if you around somebody you love, don't let them drink and drive. Not under, that'll be a fatal flaw. You'll never forgive yourself. Pride come before a fall. Somebody swift-footed, somebody move fast. Be aware that Widow Tail and Knight of Wands. Or don't chase nobody down arguing. Remember, be quiet. Somebody need to be quiet. mm. Pan energy, the drinker, the fun maker, the partier. The choices, be aware of the choices that you make, the messages that you get. Think about your family, your friends, your kids. Yeah, think about how much damage being reckless can really cause. The trauma it can really cause. Achilles heel. Achilles, somebody, man, I don't want to talk about it. Let me move on. I don't like spirit. The ritual, feeling expansive. Stand in the doorway with your palms turned inward towards your body. Stand in the doorway with your palms turned inward towards your body. Press the backs of your hands against the door frame. Push outward with your arms as hard as you can. Your muscles, oh, wow, your muscles might shake. It say your muscles might shake. Boy, we shook the table. Push outward. That's just my energy big like this, y'all. Push outward with your arms as hard as you can. Your muscles might shake a little. That's okay. While counting slowly to 40, then step out of the doorway. Just do it. Passion Flower says she's not giving away the ending and ruin your chance to explore for yourself. Just do it. It's almost time to break out that plastic, y'all. And I ain't talking about Christmas. Popping out the plastic about to act brand new. That's what spirits do. Something new, feel new. Do something new. Be yourself. Stand out in the crowd, tenderoni. Okay, stand out in the crowd. You the kind. Look, love is talking. Reflecting on loves, you will rise. Meet up and talk and savor the moment. Somebody in separation, don't want to be in separation. A wedding, somebody that was married is separated. So somebody was separated. Confirmation rules the nation. They don't want to be separated no more. They want to make healthy choices. They reflecting on the bad choices that they have. So be aware of a surprise invitation. Be aware of being seduced by the dragon. Wink, wink, if you know what I mean. Yeah. Still need a little bit more time to heal. If they come back now, they ain't all the way healed. But you can still heal. This is the energy Achilles healed. But you can't be fake. It's somebody out here cloaking. You can't be fake. Let's see. Let's get a few energies. Let's call some signs out. Break this thing on down, call some signs out. Some energies. See who these people is, what they got going on for real. Spirit into matter. Something that is underground for now, need to be underground for now. Let it be. It's almost time to come up. It's in germination. It's about to break free. What's about to break free, spirit? Spirits into matter. Something somebody is manifesting is about to break. It's about to come into fruition. Somebody been making up. Look, silent moves. It's coming into fruition. You or them. King of Pentacles energy could have something definitely to do with money. The King of Pentacles is out here. Remember, Achilles healed. Achilles came out under the sea nymph and the king. The king, the primary focus is what I'm hearing. Somebody that's, to bring the king some power, primary power. Okay. Make silent moves if you're trying to get primary power over something. Or if you're trying to move quick on something. Wow. If you're trying to move quick on something. Spirit into matter. Silent moves on the Two of Swords energy. Passion flower. Just Spirit say, just do it. Silent moves. Two of Swords on the Knight of Wands, headed towards that temperance energy, whatever it is that you done took so long to have patience. Spirit say, make silent moves, just do it. Yeah. Or risk taking, or risk losing something sacred. On the upside, it's gonna pay out. It's gonna be wonderful. On the other side, it could be poisonous. Let's see. We got 2 Knight of Wands out here. 3 Knight of Wands out here. We got a Knight of Wands. I feel like, what did it say? A poisonous herb. The one that's hiding, the toxic, the stalker. Somebody that want to make somebody a widow if they ain't already a widow, or they could have caught a case already for making somebody a widow, because the King of Swords is out here. He already got blood on his sword. Could have been somebody just backstab somebody. Somebody definitely needs to maybe do some blood work or have veins, strong veins, varicose veins, or you could just see their veins through their clothes or whatever. But what was that? The blood work. What is that coming out under? Detox the blood, the 10 of Wands energy. This poisonous herb, somebody got some bad blood out here. They either trying to poison the community, or they literally physically got some bad blood out here. Let's see. Who is this Knight of Wands? This toxic Knight of Wands. We got Pisces. We got any. If it's not a Pisces, it's just somebody that always try to take center stage. But somebody got the gift out here. Water sign, Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. Somebody that, I mean, they love you. Y'all love each other. Wish fulfillment. Toxic love. What's that? That Beyonce. What? Oh, dangerously in love. Because Knight of Wands, he can be aggressive, reckless, physical, right? Physical. I love you, but that could have been what broke it up. Somebody either having bad blood for somebody, meaning bad feelings, or really diseased, contaminated blood out here, or just try to ruin somebody's reputation, right? But that comes back to that bad blood. Like, just because somebody stand out, sun energy, remember? They're hateful energy. Like, just because you stand out, just because you heal, just because it worked for you, just because you breathe life into dry things, you are the creator. Your finance, you create. Could be an artist, could be just gets money, you know what I'm saying? Could just be part of the hustle cartel, you know? I don't know, whatever it is. It could be some night job that you do. You could have 2 jobs. They don't understand it because they don't see everything. Some people think they see everything. Ten Swords. Betrayal, backstabbing. It was hard to resist. It's hard to resist this person, this Knight of Wands, from stalking and creeping. Okay, let's see who else is this other Knight of Wands. Let's move him. Let's wish him happiness and peace. Let's put him over there, cause we don't want that gift. Whatever that gift, that Knight of Wands is. He need healing. We gonna put him right up under temperance. Sometimes people that's extreme don't even know they're extreme. And we go put it in hands of a higher power. Somebody could be a mama's boy. Somebody could stay at home with their mama. Remember, somebody could have ways like their mama. Two of Swords. Right over the Knight of Wands, right between the Knight of Wands. The decision, somebody is blocked off between, it could have been a third party situation. Third party situation. But the thing about it is somebody moving forward to something else. Somebody moving forward and still tied to something else. They just might not be speaking right now. You know, setting healthy boundaries. Remember, it's okay to give your partner time to speak. Well, this Knight of Wands that somebody's still attached to that's moving forward may have turned their back on somebody, but they still don't see the bigger picture. They said turning your back don't expand your view, making silent moves. Making silent moves. They ain't see nothing. They ain't see nothing tantalizing. That's why they still attached, you or them. Yeah, you ain't see nothing tantalizing. What's crossing? Spoiler alert, Two of Cups energy, family or friends. Spoilers ahead. Somebody go try to spoil it. Family or friends go try to spoil the relationship or have tried to spoil it. Communication crossing right on the long-tailed widow. Right? They don't even got nobody. It's a church without God. Go try to spoil it. Somebody don't even have God, already lost their divinity. Or they, or the word, they crown, they throne, whatever they want to call it. They not really lost. They ain't got nothing. They don't got nothing. They need to discover. It's like somebody spoiling something. I told you. It could be that diseased person over there because it's attached to it, but temperance is blocking it. The angels is blocking it, or somebody, family member is blocking it. Ain't no communication. Yeah. Somebody want to work on it. It requires patience. Rainbow of possibilities. Somebody could be same-sex relationship because it is two Knights of Wands out here. Two masculine energies. And a feminine energy. Fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, air signs, specifically Libra. Cancer, Aries, Libra, Cancer, Aries. Lovely distraction. Spoiling. Somebody go try to spoil it by distract. I told you earlier, confirmation. Don't be distracted or you gonna miss it. It's a fatal flaw. Anything else about this Knight of Wands? Because Spirits, you show this letting us know about them, ain't you? What do my viewers need to see? Still holding on, need patience. It's their fantasy. It's a lovely distraction. Be aware. This Knight of Wands is a lovely distraction, or are you a lovely distraction to them? And somebody needs some patience. Somebody is definitely the widow out here, right? Somebody might want to move forward with somebody, an option, but conflicting head over heart. Like wanting to move forward, is it too soon type stuff. Family thinking it's too soon. Remember, family trying to spoil it. Work conflicting, home and work, right? I want to go out on a date, but we just can't seem to set the time. Spirit say set a date, set a time. Get out there, set a date with your mate. Set a date with who you love. We know you chasing the money. We know you chasing your coin. We know you making silent moves. But if you want a love, yeah, you're going to have to join them. That's what that Seven of Swords is about. Yeah, somebody feeling insecure, because somebody's so focused on the task, so focused on the work, so focused on finding passion, to where it's like they not count. That goes back to count your blessings and not your worries. Like, yes, you might need money for the bills, but what's all the money in the world? You sell your soul, you don't have no loved ones or no family. Extraordinary patience. Be patient. Lovely distraction. Yeah, somebody still healing. 2-2 energy. Anything else about this King of Wands? Don't look. It says overwhelmed. Rethink it. That's why Spirit said, have patience, don't get overwhelmed. Remember sensory, so it could be a divine being. We got the sun, somebody connected to the sun. Somebody want to have a stable relationship. Somebody used to have a stable relationship. The King and Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, somebody used to being a partner. King and Queen of Pentacles out here. That's the Queen of Pentacles. Bring her right on to the front with her partner. Make the silent moves. Don't be overwhelmed. Rethink getting loud. Remember, Spirit say be quiet. Don't worry. If you go pray, don't worry. If you go worry, don't pray. King and Queen of Pentacles, married couple. That's why I said attached. Probably just not really doing a bunch of intimate things or a bunch of playful things, right? Spirit wants you to get that joy back, that passion back, right? And quit letting outside influence it or the past spoil it. 5-5 energy. Yeah, the Spirit says it's about to be some successful changes, about to be a move in a happier place. I love that. 7 of Wands, lovely distraction. Like so many burdens, right? Feeling outnumbered, feeling burdened, so many things to do, so many places to go, so many responsibilities, right? The Spirit said having that extraordinary patience, you'll have that 9 of Wands energy, the wounded warrior energy. It's all a test of faith. To the 10 of Wands, to the 4 of Wands, to the celebration. You on the road to the celebration, but don't sacrifice your throne. Don't sacrifice your position with your thoughts. Okay, don't let nobody else sacrifice it either. Confirmation, 10 of Swords. Let's move on to this Knight of Wands right here. This young thing. Passion flower. Knight of Wands. Eastern descent, look like Indian or something like that. Don't he look Indian? He definitely brown skin. Brown skin. Somebody crushing on somebody that's brown skin. You can't tell where. There's the. She look Asian, so it could be definitely a mixed race couple. Brown skin, light skin. Brown skin man, fair skin woman. Don't have to be, but could be, because it could be a brown skin Aries. No, brown skin Sagittarius. Brown skin Sagittarius. Oh, a light skin Sagittarius. Temperance is Sagittarius. So, is this a you versus you situation? With this 2 of Swords energy, this Knight of Wands, this is a you versus you situation. Let's see, Spirit strongest energy for this last Knight of Wands. I feel like it's a you versus you situation. Overcoming, moving forward, overcoming doubting yourself, overcoming the betrayal, The exhaustion. Remember, he said he don't want us to get overwhelmed. So I feel like this is almost like a warning before somebody get overwhelmed from the day to the night. Like I said, somebody could have a night job, 2 jobs. It's a lot of sun and moon energy out here. So what's going on with that, y'all? Let's see, you versus you. Strongest energy, you versus you. Close to having it all. Wounded warrior. From the Knight of Wands to the King of Wands. You are protected. You will rise. Okay. Queen of Pentacles. Look, keep at it. Keep building. Spirit said be flexible. You versus you. You have protection. I'm going to pull a protection message. But Spirit said keep at it. And he said, remember, self-serving is unsuccessful, but you have to have that perfect balance in it. Remember, think of yourself and think of others. It's going to be amazing. Awesome. Ooh, awesome. That's a lot on love. Love yourself. Yeah, don't be greedy with your money. Put the past behind you. Love yourself. Achieving growth and healing. It's time to get the work. Spirit say, you remember how to do it, how you built it the first time. That's the definition of a true hustler. Under the waxing crescent that we under now, it's all about action and the hustle. Something that you've been taking action or need to take dynamic action. Something in your heart, right? It's time to get. It's about to break free, and when it come into fruition, when the opportunity to present itself, it's gonna be time to go. You versus you, strongest energy. Study, protected, close to having it all. Spirit said be flexible. That Knight of Wands energy is a little stiff. You know, Egyptians is stiff. I don't like an Egyptian. Oh, that's that poem energy too. Strongest energy. You was born to lead. King of Wands. Clarified by the King of Wands. You was born to lead. You are protected. You do need to grow up a little bit because you're coming out as the Knight, right? But you see it. Go roar. Don't dim yourself. Oh, I love it. If you go, don't worry about downward spiral. Don't worry about the finances. Spirit said make it your own. Okay? He said all your flimsy bonds, it's time to let those go. If it's not a strong bond, let it go. The flimsy bonds, let them go. The art of sweet release. Spirit said, how dedicated is you on your stuff? To move bravely, to move free, to quit procrastinating, get that 10 of Pentacles, build that long-lasting legacy. Finally join in with the team instead of being burdened with letting the oppressors hold you down. Fatally flawed. Spirit say he about to restore you from everything they tried to throw at you, the trauma. Give you new responses, new skills to respond to the trauma, new strength. New power is what I'm hearing. Power. Need more power. Don't worry about this. It's the thoughts. It's the thoughts. Anything else for this you versus you situation? Spirit-led, cornbread fed. It's not over. But this is a warning that it could be. Wow. It could go either way. Get your stuff together. You this close to bringing something that you've been working on for a long time. It's already won. Just need a little bit more time into fruition. Just a little bit more time. You here with it. Just a little bit more time. Quit crying over what you done lost. Whether if it's a partner, whether it's a job, whatever it is, Spirit said it's just transitioning. It's not even a loss. It's just in the tomb right now. It's about to be reborn to full power. It's about to be renewed. Be aware of the churches that y'all go to, because churches, Spirit already said that he was what's that for? Spirit already said that he was bringing judgment down on the churches because the spiritual leaders wasn't doing the things that they supposed to be doing, laying hands on the people, doing the things that Jesus did, and more. So I'm gonna read a protection message, and then I gotta go and put a log on the fire. I'm gonna read a protection message, and then I'm gonna pull. Yeah, it's a little chilly in here, y'all. I got my fireplace going. I love my fireplace. Yeah, I can't wait till the temperature drops around my fireplace. But this Spirit show us protection message between worlds. Beautiful balance. Somebody might be missing you. They watching you. Point blank period. But Spirit, be aware of what you're jumping into. Somebody could be bummed out because they blew it. You know what I'm saying? Somebody need to be protected from somebody that they got bummed out by. You know what I'm saying? Somebody hot, volcano. They probably popping out. Coming to somebody serious about getting their shit together too. It could go either way. It's a fantasy out here, and it's a thought pot out here. Ugh, it said poisonous. Somebody that's poisonous and somebody that's your every dream, okay? Somebody that do not want to play about you. They got strong emotions. They bring out the beast in them. If they say you is just too hard to resist, they don't get bored with you. They want to finish what they started. Natural born hooligan. So give us protection message, please, spirits. Please and thank you. We're doing for our best, highest good to push us forward to our new projects, new ideas. Give us the energy that we need, Spirit. Thank you. Ooh, milk and honey. Didn't I tell you it was a two? Look, this feminine energy have a decision to make. This is the one for your highest good. But look what's under that feminine energy. Earth sign, water sign, or female. All that glitters is not gold. Okay? Confirmation rule of the nation. High vibe, low vibe. Medication, meditation, elevation. We vibe, we tribe. Milk and honey. Ooh, destiny. The universe said the trick to spending your energy or your money is the lies in knowing, the knowing of the lies with every fiber of your being, that what you give out, it will return. And so it must. You are blessed. Oh, the treasure. Yes, make sure you sow on good seeds. Acorn. Be you. Be authentic. Sow on good seeds to see protection message. Because we want to protect our milk and honey. Okay, we want to protect our destiny. We don't want to go through the hard times that made us hard and bitter already. We want the sacred truth. Stand on the truth. Stand on business. Soak in the goodness and soak in the desire, soak in the love and the life. Just soak it all in is what I'm hearing. Remember how good it was. I feel like that's gonna help somebody to like regulate their mind. Remember how good it was, right? It said thinking no. Spirit said no, thinking foresight. Remember how good it's gonna be. Like, how can you remember something if you ain't never did it before? That's the balancing of the opposites. Spirit-led, cornbread fed, long-lasting legacy. All things and beings turning challenges into something beautiful. 51. Getting the desires of your heart if you commit to the ways of the Most High. He will give you the desires of your heart. And fret not the evildoer, because they will be cast down. Or they cast in evil eyes. they will be cast down. Every tongue that rise up against you will be condemned by us, because we're the true heirs. We're entitled. We the wild ones. We the wild ones that do and don't, because we understand the perfect balance. Go check out that Wild Ones video. It might be something definitely in it for you or somebody around you, because remember, the energies that we're using are not just to help us, it's to help use the momentum around us. The taste of prosperity, opportunities born of authenticity, trusting that your needs will be met. A nameless unease compels you to turn to pleasure and comfort, as an escape to what's really going on. It works in the moment, but only fleeting. I told you somebody was trying to be out here getting lucky, just because they wanted something new, something different. About to risk their partner. Have to split the business. I'm trying to be sneaky. This a warning of a loss or sadness for somebody that have a third party, or having a secret addiction, a secret desire, secret fantasy, secret relationships, just something that you like to do on your own in secret, that you might want to rethink it, or they might want to rethink it. If it ain't you, it's them. But it's somebody that wear the same clothes or name or, yeah, same team. Before the feelings return and you need to re-up until you're exhausted, feeling worse than before, you may continue struggling. It works in a moment, but only fleeting. Before the feelings return and you need to re-up until you're exhausted, feeling worse than before, you may continue struggling, or you may see the light and choose to surrender to spirit. That's what we saw. Yes, the deceit. Confirmation ruled the nation. Now is the time for practicing extreme self-care. If you can, do so before you engage in behaviors you'll regret later. You are so loved, so cared for. Feel love and compassion for yourself. Turn your troubles over to the divine. Yes, soften up your heart. Turn your troubles over to the divine for healing. That's all that counts right now. That's what I told you at the beginning of this reading. Where do broken hearts go? The only place I know that broken hearts go, that broken finances go, that any broken part of your life can go, is to God, is to the Most High. And that's just on everything. Be aware. Let God turn your pain into passion. Don't drown yourself in sorrows. I told you somebody was drinking out here. No drinking and driving, no rash behaviors. No being deliberately malicious or mean to nobody. Be abstinent at this time, or strap it up. Trojan came out here. Fatal flaw not to strap up around this time. If I told you once, I told you twice. A toast to no worries. A toast to no worries. Okay, so don't get drunk to drown your sorrows. Get drunk because you don't have no worries. Is that my understanding? Y'all let me know if I'm wrong or not. I don't know. You tell me. Keep calm. Keep calm and breathe. Shows what we need to see spirit. I'm sorry, y'all. Spirit led cornbread here. Y'all know I'm in the South. It's time. It's time. Time to make the change. Let your freak flag fly. Okay? Let your freak flag fly. Ooh, shaka laka laka. Ooh, shaka laka laka. Throw that one in a second. Nah, don't be handing it out. Y'all go be time to unplug. Don't be handing it out. Right? Chakras loaded and ready. People are loaded and ready. The gun loaded and ready. Cocked and loaded. Be aware. Like a jelly donut full of peace. Oh, find your center. Find your core. Somebody is hard on the outside, soft on the inside. No less than the stars. You are a child of the universe. Spirit-led cornbread fed. You are divine. Remember, sea nymph and a king, a child of demigods. You are a demigod. You are God that walks here on earth. Cause y'all done listening. It's time for me to go. Talk to the hand. Till next time.